I have control. Bridging in 3, 2, 1. Bridge.
Hang in.
Go. Contact flag.
Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. I'm Controlled Pairs. We play the most realistic tactical games on the internet, and we try to do it in an authentic way without taking ourselves too seriously. And unless you've been living under a rock, you already know that Ready or Not is the top tactical shooter on the market right now when it comes to realism and authenticity and ambiance and AI behavior. But you may not know that the latest update, the Atom update, is the largest update to the game since its launch into early access about a year ago. This is very vibey, and it brings with it a ton of new features and content that I know you guys are excited to get your hands on. Remember, as of now, the 30th of November when I record this, it is only available on the supporter branch, so you had to pay that ridiculous $100 price tag to get access to it early. However, everyone else should be getting their hands on it in the very near future. But what is in the Atom update? Well, the big ticket items first, there's new levels: agency, data center, ridgeline, hospital, and importer. Some of these have been blocked out as testable levels in previous builds, but now they all look really good. I played, I think, 3 or 4 out of the total 5, and I've been blown away with just the level of detail and the ambiance and just the setting. The map standards in Ready or Not continue to be extremely, extremely high, and I'm very impressed with the designs that the level makers are coming up with. They've also reworked the lighting system in all of the previous levels, as well as the new levels and the lobby or the police station that you actually spawn into. I think it looks fantastic. I guess it's a pre-baked lighting system, and I'm not a developer, but I think that just means it looks great, and there's pre-baked lighting system standards. Anyway, it looks badass. The flashlights look great. The throw distance is fantastic. They provide a little bit more splash and seem to act more authentic, more close to what you would expect a flashlight to act like in real world. There's a whole bunch of pretty significant gameplay updates as well. There's ammunition, spalding, and ricochets built into Ready or Not now. Yo, look at those ricochets! This means that your bullets have a chance of breaking apart when they impact certain objects, and you might have little fragments flying around that could cause injury. It also means that the steel armor that some of us have been wearing, because it provides the best statistics in game, is very likely to cause that spalling and ricochet, which could lead to significant injury. So don't wear steel armor, kids, in Ready or Not or in real life. Don't be that guy. Oh God, I just dick shot the homie. And every ammunition type now has a chance of creating a ricochet, which makes you think a little bit more about the angles that you're firing into, the material that you're firing into, the type of ammunition that you take with you onto a target, and what is your backstop beyond your target. Very interesting gameplay change there. I'm glad to see them really pursuing real life sort of scenarios in the design of some of these gameplay systems. They've added arterial bleeds, which means that when you hit an AI in a certain spot and you actually cause major arterial bleeding, they may go down and become incapacitated and writhe around in pain and make all sorts of disgusting sounds until they run out of blood and die. I think this is pretty interesting because in a video game, we oftentimes get this sense that bullets are magic and they just immediately end someone's life. That's not necessarily the case. You know, the human body is an organism. It's a complex machine, and it's full of switches and timers. Switches being those things that'll turn it off right away. That's your heart, your head, your spinal column, and timers that'll cause significant blood loss until the clock runs out. So arterial bleeding is in. It is a timer, and we saw that in action in our very own gameplay. One more in there. He's
What a
disabled.
shot.
There's some new gore effects. They fixed some bullet holes. Now bullet holes and characters will actually stick to where they're supposed to stick and blood will come out of them. Pretty nasty, but you got to love the authenticity. And now there is incapacitation, sort of alluded to that already, but this means you could shoot someone, they could go down. They may not be fully dead, instead just incapacitated, and you've still got to report them. And that report goes up to the TOC, and you don't get penalized quite as much for incapacitating rather than killing people. Yeah. Like, there?
Yeah.
He did.
Let's say, no, he's incapacitated. Look at that.
Need medics now.
Oh shit, he is incapacitated.
Wait.
I know everyone likes new guns and new levels, but in my opinion, some of the most significant updates in this iteration of Ready or Not are with the AI in the game. They've completely rebuilt the civilian and suspect AI, and now they are actually going to behave more like people. Now, certain AI will actually maneuver around the map and go through rat holes and murder holes and climb over stuff to maneuver against you. AI will take hostages, although I haven't yet seen that in the game myself. I look forward to the opportunity to take that tight shot right over a hostage's shoulder. The AI also have a limited ammo capacity now, so if you get in a gunfight and you get them barricaded, you can make them run out of ammunition before you push them. And importantly, they've taken off the aimbot that the AI has had for a long time. The AI in Ready or Not has always been pretty convincing, pretty lethal, pretty scary, but one of the reasons that they were so scary is because they were able to hit these flick shots that you would see in a CSGO tournament, and they have this crazy reaction speed. Now they are scary because they hunt you, and they listen for gunshots, and they move to those gunshots, and they move to positions of advantage, and they hide behind cover. And so they've taken out that sense of chance where if you see an AI and it reacts to you, within one frame it would have a gun pointing at you and you would die. And now instead you have to kind of read their body language. You have to really be careful when you're conducting CQB. All of that stuff really changes the gameplay dynamic, makes it feel a hell of a lot more suspenseful and definitely more authentic. It gives the player a chance to make the right decision rather than just penalize them for bumping into an AI. Civilian AI are also behaving a little bit better as well. They seem to be running away from gunfights rather than running into them. They're hiding and taking cover when there's rounds going over their head, and all in all, trying to stay out of the line of fire. We did see this in action and had some civilians survive fights that in just one update ago, they would have absolutely no chance of making it through. I'm holding our 2 surrenders.
Second set of closed doors.
We were behind the bar.
Contact right, 1 down.
Oh.
G-Man, need you. Mag.
Secondary contact down. Loading.
Banging out.
I'm up.
One more in there. He's
What a
disabled.
shot.
Yeah. He's hurting, boys. Audible left. I'm just watching this guy bleed for a second.
Hello.
Jesus Christ. Alright, I need to mag. This dude's still wiggling a little bit. Connect. Mag. Up.
Got a bandage. Fuck, this door is still on.
Dude, this is a disaster. I got you. We're
Dude,
surrounded.
the AI is just pushing sounds now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There's some new goodies, gadgets, and gizmos in this build as well. Pick an entry, any entry. Don't mind the hidden freaking bush Wookiees. Civilians don't wear chest racks. I got a gun downstairs. See, I told you, bush Wookiees, dude. Look at this man. The P90 has finally made an appearance. Oh my god, dude. The P90. That's insane.
Yeah, dude, I told
As has the MP7 and the SPC9. I didn't know what an SPC9 was, so I looked it up. It's an AR pattern 9mm submachine gun. Kind of dope. Looks cool. Apparently it sucks in the game. I never got hands on. I just looked at the model. But you guys have to check it out and let me know what you think. They've also improved bullet zeroing to the optic dot over distance. This is pretty interesting. Ready or Not's always had a height over bore simulation built into it, meaning that the difference between where the bullet actually leaves the muzzle and the mechanical offset of where the dot is located above the upper receiver is simulated in the game. This means if you're aiming down sights at a target 5 feet in front of you, the bullet's actually going to land below your dot. They say that they have improved the bullet zeroing on that optic dot over distance. My suspicion here is that that round is going to rise to the dot over distance more authentically, and you'll actually have to dial in your holds better in CQB, and I look forward to experimenting that and really testing the limits of that simulation. That's a winning shot. Someone inspect their weapon. Animations have been approved across the board. There's a whole bunch of new death animations. I would say, though, that some of the things I'm seeing in this build in the supporter edition is I'm seeing some weird, like, jumping around, ragdoll, glitchy stuff.
Mag.
He's down. He's up.
Okay.
He's down. Shooter.
Oh shit, mover front.
He's still up.
Careful,
He's still up.
high first quarter.
Whoa. That no doubt will get ironed out as they move from the supporter edition to a full release into early access for the rest of the population. And I also experienced a couple of crashes, and this dude, for whatever reason, I can't. There's a hitbox between me and him. Oh, never mind. I'm disconnected. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Again, this was like on launch day, so I suspect a lot of that's going to get fixed in the very near future. But all in all, Ready or Not is coming along swimmingly. And if you haven't yet purchased it and you'd like to support the channel and grab a copy of Ready or Not, you can do it at my game store over at nexus.gg/controlledpairsgaming. That'll give you a code that you can then take over to Steam and download the game. Again, that supports the developer and it supports me, and I'm really grateful for those of you guys who grab RON through my game store. I'm Controlled Pairs. This has been Ready or Not, and I'll see you guys in the next one.